I have 57 side hustles right here that you and I are going to go over for 2024. And this is after starting my own side hustle in October of 2015. If this is the first time that you and I are meeting, my name is Mike. And in this video, it's going to be your complete guide for the best and worst side hustles for this year. Listen, what does that mean? It's doing the research on every single one of these companies. It is personally working on most all of these companies. And if I have not worked on them personally, I have talked with you, fellow gig workers and side hustlers, and again, researched these companies heavily since 2015 so we can decide which one of these are actually worth it, because you have, let's be honest here, a limited amount of free time here. So what I want you to do is follow along. And if you're interested, get a free copy as well of my rankings updated for 2024 at yourdrivermike.com/bundle. Again, that is a free resource for you. Now, the way I'm going to be judging this is based on, yes, personal experience, based on research, based on fellow gig workers. And let's start out here with number one, Airbnb. Now, here's the thing with Airbnb. With increased regulations, and this isn't just 2024. This has been going on 2023, late 2022, increased local regulations of short-term rental properties. So I don't love Airbnb. It was kind of the hot side hustle. Obviously, you have to have some capital to get into it, to get into real estate. But I'm a fan of long-term income properties, like the standard model of having a tenant, having an income property, having that cash flow, and turning that cash flow into positive cash flow for you, obviously building the equity on the property. So knowing that with the increased pressures, regulations, and let's be real here, I don't know if you've used an Airbnb or at least heard stories of Airbnbs recently. We have an increased discerning customer base where they're saying, look, dude, why am I spending all this money on your Airbnb? I sign up and then there's like a $200 cleaning fee. For what? I'm leaving the place clean here. Why am I paying this when I can just get a hotel? So because of that, I'm going to put Airbnb pretty low. Honestly, I'm going to go the lowest rank here, the D. If you didn't know, that's how this works here. S tier is the highest, the best, and then down to the lowest tier in this case at level D. Moving on, Amazon Flex. Amazon Flex is a side hustle that I have done for years. I first did it in San Diego, California. Now I'm here in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Amazon Flex, we're delivering packages, parcels, envelopes, and then there's also different earnings types in there. So I could do grocery delivery runs on Amazon Fresh. So let's think about the traditional warehouse runs though, where I'm going to sign up for a shift. It's typically going to be anywhere between 2.5 to 4 hours on these shifts. And I need to think, well, how much is the pay to make arguably many more stops than, let's say, food delivery, because I'm going to be driving around, house here, 3 houses down, go down the block, turn the corner, there's another stop. So there's a lot more in and out of your vehicle, possibly starting and stopping your vehicle, consider that as well, and just more packages on the route. But you get a guaranteed pay amount on Amazon Flex. So if you're interested, and let's pull this up here for you, if you're interested in Amazon Flex, you do get that guaranteed pay amount. So that may be something that's attractive to you if you don't want to drive on other platforms where it's a lot more volatile, let's say. So here's Amazon Flex. So I'm going to reserve a block. I make my deliveries, get paid when and how you want. Yeah, but again, is it worth it? With standard pay, by the way, at $15, I'm sure we can find that somewhere here in the FAQ. The average pay is going to be like $15 an hour. Is that really worth it? I'd say no. So if you can sign up for a flex shift, that is $20 at a minimum, ideally $22 to $24 plus an hour, then in my opinion, that's when flex is worth it. Because with flex, you're going to be doing more effort, flat out, because you're doing more stops. You're doing sometimes bigger packages, obviously, let's just say food delivery here. But still, it's not an awful side hustle. I think it's actually pretty good. For those that want something predictable, yes, I don't know where I'm going as well. So that's another very real consideration. You don't know where you're going until you get that route, you get to the warehouse. Hey, we're going to roll out a rack of packages and envelopes. You scan that QR code, and then it tells you, oh, hey, by the way, you're driving 15 minutes away from this warehouse. Or I've had it where you're driving 50 minutes, almost an hour away from this warehouse. And if it's completely away from where you live, it doesn't matter. You can't control that. And then you're like, well, I got to drive 45 minutes out there and make my deliveries. Sure, the deliveries are really clustered, which is nice. Like when I actually get to the delivery zone, I'm not usually, sometimes it varies. Usually I'm not driving around a ton in my actual delivery zone, but then I got to come back home. So can I decline a route? You can, but if you do that repeatedly and you have to do that with a flex associate at the warehouse, it's not going to be super favorable on your account. But because of that, all in, I still do like Flex just for its predictability and its Amazon Fresh runs. So I talked about the grocery runs. They can pay pretty good. Now, those ones on Amazon Fresh, you can see the run. So you're going to go into your available tab. It's under the schedule tab technically. And then you click on them available now. And then they can send you either like last minute warehouse or package deliveries, or they're going to send you these Amazon Fresh runs. Now you can also sign up for shifts on Amazon Fresh. So there, you're just going to go to the Whole Foods market in your city and then get customer delivery orders. It's pretty easy, and you don't have to drive to the warehouse. You don't have to guess of where you're going to be working because you're going to get the routes sent to you. Now, if you really want to be sure, just take those instant offers. So all that said, overall, it's an A, but maybe at the lower end of that A there. Next, an Amazon seller. So have you heard of Amazon selling, or maybe Amazon FBA, fulfilled by Amazon? So what you're going to do there is source a product. Okay. You can source this on the white labeling websites like Alibaba. You can have your own product. You're going to source a product. You're going to list it on Amazon and you're going to sell it. Listen, I've been doing all of my research in Amazon FBA and selling on Amazon. It is an extremely, extremely competitive and saturated marketplace. I feel like the only way to really succeed and not be like, dude, I made $100 this month and I was like grinding away and I already had to cut my price to increase the margins to help my product stand out here. The only way you're going to stand out on Amazon FBA is having deep analytics and deep software understanding of how many other products are in my category. If you're white labeling, like I'm just getting a product on Alibaba, whatever it is, and then I'm trying to like flip it in essence, maybe I private label, maybe I put my own company name on there, but it's still like the same exact unit that's white labeling or private labeling, then you need software to tell you, okay, there's 8 other listings on here. I just started, I have 3 sales. Someone else has 600 sales and they're an Amazon choice seller and they're undercutting me a little bit on price. So if it's the same exact unit, then why would someone buy my unit? So you're going to really have to look at where are the opportunities to sell my unit, my product on Amazon in, again, an extremely competitive and a saturated space. And I've seen recently just deep, heavier discounts on products because it's almost a race to the bottom there on selling on Amazon. So because of that, I'm going to rank Amazon selling on Amazon pretty low. And look, folks, this is just my opinion. Let's put it at D as well. This is just my opinion. If you want to see my complete list for free, go to yourdrivermight.com/bundle, where you can get my actual numbered list of these rankings and commentary of these rankings. Let me actually show you, for instance, here what I mean. You can get this free copy of my rankings guide right here. And it's going to go over the scoring, how I score in ease of use, total effort, problems, pay opportunities, given an overall side hustle score, and then I rank myself. Now, this updated copy for 2024 actually shows my rankings changes versus last year as well. So if you didn't get last year's copy, that's fine. You basically got it right here because it's going to show you the changes on our updated copy for 2024. And again, that's free. It's a really good resource for you, just showing you, again, in my opinion, my rankings here for 2024. And actually, we got some new entrants for 2024 as well. Bungii. Right here, have you heard of Bungii? Let me show you Bungii, actually. And again, these are all my opinion, folks. I am not compensated by any of these companies. I'm a gig worker just like you, but I've been doing this a long time, and I've researched these companies for a long time. So you can trust that this is just one opinion, okay? I want you to do your own research as well. Do your own research on these companies here. But here's Bungii. Kind of, you can see a bold claim that Uber kind of almost used in the past. Uber used, I think, maybe they used the same catchphrase. Let me know, the ultimate side hustle. So this is in essence a Frayt or LTL, less than truckload side hustle delivery platform. These are going to be heavier items. These may be palletized, but if you have the vehicle for it, look, who couldn't use more money? Earn over $45 an hour driving with Bungii. I mean, does that sound pretty good? Calling it the ultimate side hustle. Bungii drivers average 1,200 steps per trip. That doesn't matter. Okay, most gig workers aren't going to care about that, guys. You don't need to advertise that on your website. But if you have the vehicle, look, so you do need to have kind of some special skills and equipment here. You need to be able to lift and carry up to 125 pounds. Mike, that's a lot. Oh, I know it's a lot, but it's going to pay more if you have it. So trucks will say, or at least a larger vehicle, 1999s or newer. By the way, I'm not going to go over all the qualifications of these side hustles. Now, we do have a resource for you, our side hustle starter guide that goes over things like this. What you need to know. Do I even qualify? What's the pay? What's the bonus pay like? Do I need a car? Some of these side hustles, you don't need a car. Now, listen, it's up to you. If you want to scour the internet for hours, it's going to take you hours if it's 57 side hustles. So I've actually put together a side hustle starter guide. It's at yourdrivermike.com. And right now, just for this live stream, you can get a discount on that. Actually, site-wide, using code START2024. If you're watching this live or in the replay, there's a pinned comment in the live chat as well, giving you this discount. So if you're just starting, and I say start 2024 because either you're just starting a side hustle or you're like starting to actually take it seriously and look at your options and make sure you're making the most money possible, get that starter guide. Get it at this discount. And then what I would do is pair it with our earnings tracking spreadsheet that is also updated for 2024. So you can track these actual earnings. Yeah, the apps give you earnings tabs and what, but it's not trend analysis. Our earnings tracking spreadsheet shows actual trend analysis, and you can list and actually see some data points there of these side hustles and if they actually make sense here. I don't hate Bungii. I mean, it's good for those, and I really do feel it's good for those that have the right setup, you know, truck, whatever it is. So because of that, I am going to rank it pretty high. Let's go. I'm going to go A because I think LTL, again, less than truckload or these palletized or heavy delivery platforms, it's pretty excellent. Listen, can I speak with you for a second here? You bought the truck, okay? You bought the truck. You can use the truck here, but cargo van, whatever it is, right? If you have the vehicle, you can get paid. And listen, you need more money if you have a truck or a larger vehicle, because the IRS is going to give you the same operating cost of 67 cents in 2024 for operating a vehicle, a truck, a van for business. But if you have a larger vehicle, technically it might cost more than that. Talk to your CPA or tax professional. You might want to do the itemized deduction method versus the standard mileage deduction method. I'm not a CPA. I can't give you legal tax advice, but talk to your CPA about that. Care.com, a very, we'll say, trusting platform for those that have the credentials. Obviously, the responsibility, if you didn't know, Care.com is just babysitting, care, obviously, as the name implies. So any platform that lets you set your own price, I kind of like it to a degree. Now, what this also does is it allows you to build your own clientele as well. You can't build your own clientele. I always deliver to Mr. Smith on DoorDash. You can't do that on food delivery. You can almost do it on Uber because you can get certain stats that you'll be like a, whatever it is, top rated driver, and you can get paired if the passenger marks you as a favorite driver. It's not the same thing. I'll tell you that. It's not the same thing as building an actual business and a client base. So with care, again, childcare, obviously you got to be highly responsible, have the credentials, etc. You can build recurring business. And listen, nothing is better than recurring business. So I'm trying to think of my own website. Like a lot of it is just a one-time cost. I don't ask you to pay a recurring amount. But if your business has, and look, let's be real here. I mean, I'm sure we've all seen an influx in those subscription boxes, right? Like monthly payment plans. This Oura ring that I'm wearing that tracks your sleep and whatnot, they make you pay $8 a month. I digress, right? The rise of subscriptions. But for you, the business owner or the caretaker here, it's wonderful. And there's nothing wrong with recurring payments, right? We all have a lot of recurring payments that make sense, like, whatever it is, internet, all that stuff. So build a clientele, have excellent service, build that trust. This is a very, very heavily trust leveraged platform. And then you can have recurring $500, $1,000, $2,000, whatever, $5,000 a month if you build this up. Now, what I'll say is once you start building clients, I mean, you might just want to build out your own business. And I'll say the same thing for Fiverr and other platforms. Like if you're starting to build clients, you might just want to start your own business so you're not paying a commission here. Now, most of these platforms, in their terms of service, it says you can't like poach clients. You can't take them away from their platforms. So just be aware of that, right? Obviously, you can do whatever you want, but I'm just letting you know there. So Care, it's a solid B. It's not the easiest platform, but the recurring revenue is a plus. Folks, if you want a free copy of my rankings updated for 2024, I see you folks in here. Thank you for being in here, everyone. Hello, everybody. If you want a free copy of my rankings updated for 2024, you can go to yourdrivermike.com/bundle. And exclusively for this live stream or replay, for a limited time, go to yourdrivermike.com, use code START2024 at checkout for anything and get a discount. I highly recommend our starter guide and our earnings tracking spreadsheet. That spreadsheet updated for 2024. Now, Carvertise, it's a car wrapping side hustle. We're going to talk about at least 2 other car wrapping side hustles in this video. Listen, with car wrapping side hustles, I don't care who it is. In most of these side hustles, you don't care who it is. I don't care if I'm delivering the taco for DoorDash, Grubhub, or Uber Eats. You care about who pays you the most. It's the same thing with these car wrapping side hustles. Carvertise, I actually got activated and I got a contract with them. If you're not subscribed, subscribe right now. If you are or if you aren't, can you drop a like in this video? I appreciate that. But you're going to want to subscribe, and thank you if you already are. But I got activated on Carvertise, and they're going to pay me $100. $100 a month to wrap my Passat everywhere I drive that thing to be a rolling billboard. Like $100. So because of that, I rank Carvertise like kind of at the lower end. We'll put like a high C because listen, I don't care. Sometimes they'll say like, oh, well, it's not a full vehicle wrap. I don't care. It's still my vehicle. I'm still free advertising everywhere I go. I don't care if it's like what I did for Rapify that we'll talk about later, part of my vehicle or the whole thing. $100 is not enough for the entire month. Like $500 at least. Carvertise says you can make up to $300 with incentives. That's not guaranteed. $100 is guaranteed, and that's not a lot. Moving on. Coin. The Coin app. Let me actually show you this one as well. I'm going to show you some of these just to give you a better visual, and obviously you can look some of these up yourself. But I am not a giant fan of Coin app. Now, what this is a digital currency kind of rewards platform. Here we go. Share travel data, earn easy money. look, it's easy, okay? But is it worth it? Is it enough money? Like what you do with Coin, I believe they're based in San Diego. I used to live out in San Diego. Shout out to you guys. Is you travel throughout the world, literally, I know it sounds kind of funky, and then you like verify, let me zoom in here, on these blue tiles called mining, okay? So the app is gonna verify, yeah, you're in this location, literally, like, yeah, you're here. And then they'll give you a little reward, which is these little emblems here called coin, it's their logo. And right here at the top, the amount of coin you have. It's a like a digital currency, if you will. It's not crypto, it's a digital currency. Then you redeem this coin for either physical products or, yes, digital currency. So I take my 105,000 coin, I can redeem it for, they call it XYO token, digital currency. I can redeem it for Bitcoin, Ethereum. Obviously, the exchange rates are pretty crazy, if we're honest. Like you need to have a ton of coin for that, just because of obviously the value of Bitcoin, etc. But you can redeem it for physical stuff as well, like, you know, electronics and this and that. And all you do is you let this thing run in the background. Now, you see this right here? This is a Sentinel NFC card. This is going to act as a double check to reaffirm what the app is saying. So the app is going to confirm, yeah, I'm here, you know, but this card is going to double check your app and say, yeah, you are definitely here. I know it sounds kind of funky, but listen, this is how their platform goes. Now, the biggest objection that I've gotten with Coin is like, why the heck would I give away my location data, you know, for like currency? I mean, you're doing it already on 12 different apps. You know, you're doing it on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, some of your gaming, like who knows, like a lot. If you have an iPhone, I don't know about Android, but you can go in your settings, you can go under location, you can see every app that is requesting your location. Now, they don't do it all the time. Some of these apps like ping just when you're using them. Some ping all the time, like Carvertise, Rapify. They need to know where you're at all the time to see if you're driving routes that they want for their campaigns. Listen, it's like, I'm not a cyber security expert. You know, I would assume Rapify is not pinging your exact location. Maybe they are, you know, but typically it's a radius, not your like literal exact location. On iPhone, you can allow them to ping your exact location. Anyway, with Coin, you'll get some rewards for that. Listen, if you don't want to share your location data with yet another app, like, you know, this isn't for you. But I still don't really recommend Coin because look, it says, yeah, you earn easy money. Let's click on how it works. Right. Same thing I just told you. But they don't give you enough coin. And then when you redeem the coin, like the dollar exchange value is almost nothing, if I'm honest. If you are going to do Coin, without a doubt, look, if you're a trucker, if you're someone who's driving a ton of miles, you let this thing just track all day. Like, I don't care. I'm driving my business routes. Go ahead, ping my location. You need to use one of these cards. There was an older device that looked like a little like kind of circular coin, but this is really what they're moving towards. Excuse me. It's free. You may have to pay for shipping. I know it's not really free. So just double check on that, okay? It's not that expensive, but then you have the thing, okay? Anyway, it's a business expense for you. If you don't, the reason I say this, and this isn't sponsored or anything, the reason I say this is because this gives you a multiplier. It's like a 12x multiplier. Read in here the terms of service. You know, they change things all the time, but it gives you a big multiplier because without that multiplier, it is so not worth it. Oh, here it is. Let's see what, oh yeah, here it is. Are they going to tell us the multiplier? I know it said 36 on the last screen, right? Earn 36 times more rewards. You can earn more than 12x, but like there's paid plans. So like with this, you're really going to have to run the numbers. How much money am I investing? The Sentinel, this card, it's a one-time cost, okay? This is not recurring, but they do have recurring programs, and mathematically just do the math, okay? If it's $30 a month, am I making like 4x the return? Obviously, if it's a one-to-one return, it's not worth it. but just look into that. And that's basically all coin is. So coin, let's put it near the bottom as well. I'm going to put it D. And also we can rank these left and right as well, just so you know. Actually, I'm not on the right screen. Let me get to you. Fantastic. So I'm putting it down here at D, and we can also rank these left to right as well. So the best D rank would be at the front here, and the worst would be down here. I'm going to put it still at the bottom. I'm not a huge fan of coin for the actual rewards. Curri, I'm going to move pretty fast on the ones I haven't done, folks. Okay. In our rankings guide, again, your driveformite.com/bundle, you get that for free. That's, I note which ones I haven't done. So you'll see in there, let me show you, right? What are you talking about, dude? Let me just show you. That's right here. If it's orange like this, that means I am not activated and I've never worked on it. If it's gray, that means I have worked on it personally. And if it's green, that means I'm activated or I've seen orders as an activated driver or worker. I just haven't accepted one yet. Now, there's actually a separate tab in here, which is really helpful. So if you want to see everything up top, just go to rankings. If you just want to see what I've done personally, click on personal experience. There's a tab right up here. Get this for free, your driveformite.com/bundle. But again, right now there is a sale using code START2024. All right, moving on. For the ones that I haven't done though, we are going to move a little bit faster. Curri is a Frayt, another LTL side hustle. I'll put that at B. I think they're okay as long as you're well equipped. I like Bungii just because their advertised pay $45 an hour. But again, Curri's pretty close. DeliverThat. DeliverThat is a catering side hustle platform that I just got activated on. It's well, I just said it's a catering side hustle. So with DeliverThat, it's large orders. We're talking like my last one was $300. The first one that I ever did was $300 that the customer ordered. Obviously, it's like 10 times what a regular customer would place. So you would think if they're tipping on percentage, then that's a great tip, like $30. But the thing is DeliverThat, they have pulled tips for Easy Cater partner orders. So DeliverThat partners with this company, Easy Cater, to source some of their orders, and any order on Easy Cater, the tips are pulled. Now, it's good and bad because like, if you can you imagine taking like a big catering orders? You have to have the catering bags. And I walk up to the office park, maybe got to come back down because like I couldn't carry everything and you get like 0 tip. I don't think, a company would 0 tip anybody considering it's like an awful look for them. And it comes out of the business expense versus like a personal, customer, just my opinion. But anyway, Easy Cater runs are pulled tips. So it does ensure that more couriers actually get a tip or even a low tip, right? So it's always kind of like a median of the pulled tips divided by the active drivers. Okay. Now, if you take just regular runs on DeliverThat, ones that aren't partnered through Easy Cater, it's just a direct tip per usual. Now, if it's a direct run, it's kind of a complicated verification process. You can watch my first shift on DeliverThat under the DeliverThat playlist on our channel, on my channel here, I should say. So that was good. It was just a lengthy tip verification process, but I got a $30 tip. Oh, and DeliverThat says their average payout, think about food delivery, or if you do food delivery, what is your average payout? On DeliverThat, it is $25 to $35 a delivery. Now, you have to set it up, but like, come on, it's not that big of a deal. Yeah, I go into the building, I'm gonna have to set it up. But if they don't want you to set it up, like Gig Gal says, like food delivery, it's $7, man, for my average payout. 25, that's per the company, not per me, that's per the company there. So that's pretty good. But again, you have to set it up. But then you're off the hook if they don't want you to set up. Anyway, DeliverThat, I like it. I just got activated. I just took my first run, but there's a lot of promise, I think. Just as there's promise in other catering platforms as well. So I'm going to put it at A. I'm even tempted to put it S tier. I'm tempted. You know what? I'm going to put it S tier. You know, the research that I've done, I like DeliverThat. I really do. Now, in practice, because keep it in mind, I just got activated, okay? This is why things change. And I've had a few of these that really have gone up and gone down versus 2023. Do they send enough orders? But listen, even if they don't send enough orders, that is okay. Like, I know it's not ideal. I want orders all the time, but don't rely on one platform. You have to multi-app. So even if they don't send a lot of orders, when they do send orders, are they crazy good? So like, yeah, they don't send enough, but like, dude, when they send orders, they're pretty fair. So let's keep that in mind. Moving on to Dispatch. So this is one where I've gotten activated, but I haven't taken a run yet. Let's show you Dispatch. And their runs are pretty straightforward. You know, nothing crazy. Dispatch is another last mile delivery service. And it's, you know what? It's just pretty straightforward. It's delivery of stuff. And I think the pay is fine. I think the dollars to mile, how much am I getting paid for the miles driven, is fine. But you're going to have to look yourself to see if it's actually worth it. But I don't hate it. It's not a bad side hustle. It's not the best, but it's certainly something that I would use as an option for you. So let's see. With DeliverThat, I'm going to put it, let's come back here for you. All right. There we go, folks. Let me know in the live chat or the comment section. What is your top 3? And what's your bottom 3? Let me know. If you're watching this live on the replay, comment down below if you're watching this on the replay. What are your top 3? And what are your bottom 3 for 2024? I'm really curious. So Dispatch, let's put it near the top because I think it's okay, especially as a new entrant. I'm going to put it as a high B because, yeah, it's just solid. It's not the best. It's not exceptional, but there's some on here that are pretty lackluster. Dolly, another LTL, larger items. Dolly is kind of framed as moving. So like you're going to, you know, just that you're going to help people move. You're going to move furniture and then you're going to load it maybe into their U-Haul, whatever it is. It's fine. Now with Dolly, let me double check, but you can be a helper or you can be an actual vehicle loader, or that might be another one. I'm trying to remember here, folks. Oh, hold on, folks. Look at this. Look at this. So with Dolly, look at their advertised pay here. Okay, take a look at this while I double check something. Look how much money you can make with Dolly. Okay, excellent. It is the same number. I thought they changed it. $50 an hour when you own the vehicle that's being loaded. You know, again, large vehicle. I need to move my couch. Like, great, I have a vehicle for that. You can make up to like 50. Well, it's not even up to. They say average of $50 an hour. That's big. It's not up to, it's average of $50. Now, if you just want to help, you're like, oh, I just have like a regular car, but I'll help you load it into the U-Haul or your truck, $35 an hour, average. It's not bad. You know, like think about it. Do I want to work for my local moving company and then they're going to have to send me on jobs whenever they want versus having the flexibility to work on jobs when I want? Now, also with some of these, just consider, you know, do I just want to start my own business? Think about that as well. You could have better margins there. So with Dolly, I like it. You know, any LTL large item, I think there's a good opportunity there. I'll put it with the B tier. DoorDash, folks, get ready. Hey, can you drop a like on this video if you're getting value so far? My name is Mike. All I do here is help you make money in different side hustles. Get a free copy of my 2024 ratings for 57 side hustles at yourdrivermike.com/bundle. And save 20, use code, it's not 24%. Sorry, folks, it's 15%. Using code START2024, site-wide, get our starter guide bundled with our earnings tracking spreadsheet. DoorDash, folks, okay. Possibly the most popular side hustle for the past 5 years, millions of dashers. And I would say, I mean, I've been dashing for years, part-time and full-time. I would say almost no other side hustle, not even food delivery, but anyone, almost no other side hustle is adapting and making changes and offering new order types and new earnings modes and adding on new partners so you have more stores, more restaurants to choose from than DoorDash. I really like DoorDash, but do I like the pay? Okay, operationally, you guys, they're doing so much every year to give different earnings options, but the pay. We've seen DoorDash decrease the per delivery bonus called peak pay, like I just get an extra amount per delivery in 2023. They've talked about this in 2023. It's obviously continuing in 2024 as these companies really tighten. So that means that I'm going to get less bonus pay. And then we also just reported that they're expanding their Dasher rewards program, which is heavily based on a minimum acceptance rates to give you access to higher paying orders. So those are orders that are usually $2 plus a mile. They've gone back and forth of what that means, highest paying orders, but they're still the highest paying orders in your marketplace. So listen, it is still an S tier. It's still an S tier, but it's just something to watch. Okay. Just watch the peak pay, watch your overall orders. Are you getting bumped out of the highest paying offers because of, let's say, priority access, which is their old program, which still relied on acceptance rate, the percent of orders that you accept versus the ones that you're given as an offer, 50 or 70%. And then their new program, the rewards program, it's still heavily based on acceptance rate. But even, without all of that, still, I think the pay is good. It's no longer great. I mean, we all know what happened in 2020, which pushed everyone to food delivery, which was wild for pay. It's not 2020. It's unfortunate that there's some tightening with bonus pay, but it's not a surprise. Do I love it? No. Okay. Again, folks, listen, I try to give you the most neutral stance possible. Obviously, hopefully in the workers' favor, but I still like DoorDash. I still recommend it basically as the number one side hustle, but it's just not great. Okay. I think the earnings curve, if you will, that it was a standard bell curve of earners. I think it's just shifted a little bit to the left, a little lower. So the average pay that may have been like $27 is now, because I say 27 because that's like pandemic, crazy payouts. It's not that anymore. And then DoorDash has even said average pay is $25 an hour. Is it? They said that a couple of years ago, maybe 2 years ago. I think it was after the pandemic. Whatever. Moving on. It's great, but I understand it's not perfect. No one's perfect here. Dropoff, another LTL, pretty decent side hustle option there for you for larger items. But also Dropoff does medical courier. So again, I'm not really paying attention left to right, but remember, I can rank this left to right. I'm going to bump up Dropoff, left to right behind Dispatch. Because Dropoff has medical couriers. If you asked me, what is the best opportunity in 2024 for a side hustle? And this is something I was watching in late 2023. It's the medical courier space because it's not as talked about as much. People are starting to pay attention to the medical, courier space. So there is more and more people talking about it, but it's an opportunity. And Dropoff has some medical courier deliveries. I feel like sometimes medical courier is more local, regional. So just kind of, just do a search, medical courier, jobs near me. Jobs, sometimes it might be a W-2, so just look if it's independent contractor work. That's going to give you more scheduling flexibility. But pretty good. eBay, where's Amazon seller? I was going to say, I'm going to put it right by Amazon seller. D rank, again, saturated. You got to use software to find market opportunities. Less people use eBay than Amazon. Etsy, I'll put it a little higher than Amazon selling because it's not as saturated, but you better believe it's getting saturated. I've heard from Etsy sellers that, the Alibaba crew, the white labeling crew, the private label crew is coming into the Etsy space. That Etsy is getting filled with more and more, like, let's be real, like junk that's not what Etsy was built off of, like crafted, handmade goods. So if you want to sell on Etsy, you can still definitely do it. Listen, here's a hack if you're selling your own stuff. Okay. This is a massive hack that you should probably already know. I think people already know, but I'm telling you, I want to push you into this. Is leveraging social media to get sales on your selling business. If you're selling on Etsy, if you're selling on TikTok, I don't have TikTok on this list, but there's now TikTok Shop. People don't love it. I think it's because they're new to TikTok Shop, and TikTok isn't really built off of selling, products, but Etsy is. Use social media like TikTok to drive business to stuff like this, Etsy or your own website. Because I've seen on TikTok, let me know if you, maybe your kids, whatever, maybe your kids more likely, get into any of the ASMR stuff. Because I don't know why, folks, I got into a slime ASMR kick there for a little bit, where they have the little slimes and they're mixing it together. Who knows why, right? We love those crunchy slime sounds, apparently. But these people, these creators are making so much money leveraging TikTok to their shops. You're selling $10 slime, whatever it is. You're selling, I'm trying to think of another create. Like I've seen wooden sculptures. I've seen, anything that you would sell on Etsy, leverage social media. Because if you do something, there was a candy shop in like Massachusetts. They're making like brittle and stuff, like candy brittle, and they're exploding because of TikTok. One TikTok, if you get like 100,000, 700,000 views, those aren't just views. Those are customer leads. If you convert 1 to 4%, which is the average conversion rate to sales, you are making an insane amount of money. You went from $10,000 a month to like $80,000, $100,000 a month with social media and TikTok. Now you have to have a product, obviously, that you can ship, but I mean, as long as you can ship it, and you're gonna have to figure out the logistics. I love using social media for lead generation. I do it right here on yourdriveformike.com. But as long as you're leading from a place of true value, like I have a good product, I have a good service, there's nothing wrong with selling and providing value, more value, and then having a selling opportunity. That's all it is. All a product or service is solving a problem. I'm going to move on in a second, folks. Sometimes I get excited. Okay, I'm going to move on in a second. But like, if I know you need a side hustle, you want to know what's out there. Did you even know that all of these existed? Like, dude, what is this? What is this icon? Or what's that icon? Like, I've done all that work for you in our starter guide. yourdriveformike.com/starter guide. Use code START2024, get that discount. And you can see 57 side hustles. And the starter guide gives you a ridiculous amount of info. It's a massive spreadsheet that took me hours and hours and hours to compile everything from their individual websites onto one document. You can click on stuff, it sends you to the web page. Terms of service, all of it. I love it. It's super value added. There we go. So moving on here to Eureka. And listen, folks, of course, things are market dependent, driver. Thanks for being here. But this video is not irrelevant because listen, folks, this is one resource to make the best decision. It's just like anything else. You do your research, you make your own decision. You know your own marketplace. Mike, if I don't have a large vehicle, if I don't want to drive it on our roads, if I don't have a lot of maybe prospective customers for Rover or whatever it is, it may not be best in your marketplace. Exactly. I'm not the end all be all, folks. I am part of your research process. Moving on. Eureka Surveys, boom, straight to the D rank. Survey platforms are a waste of time. You'll end up doing a ton of surveys and they give you like nothing. Either points that you redeem for gift cards or cash. I don't have Google opinions on here, but Google opinions, not worth it. Eureka survey platform, not worth it. Flat out. I've done them all. I've done those. Facebook Marketplace, yeah, it's all right. It's a C. It's a good way to flip items. You know, my cousin's done it. He told me about flipping Nintendo products and stuff. Yeah, people are on Facebook Marketplace. It's great because it depends on, you know, if you want to enable shipping, but you can sell locally. Like, oh yeah, I can drive to you, or you can come to me. Hey, I'll knock off $5 if you can just drive to me and I'll meet you at such and such, you know, a safe location, obviously. It's a good way to flip items. You know, you just have to source items. And then if you really want to make it a side hustle, where do you source items from? So consider that as well. You're going to have to carry some kind of inventory. Field agent. This little tie right here. Field agent, listen, do you want to get paid $5 to take a picture? That's right. $5 to take a picture. Like, field agent is two things. It is a secret shopper and it is a whatever. We want a picture verification side hustle. Secret shopper, go into the grocery store and find this product. Buy it, try it, tell us how it is, and we'll reimburse you for the product and give you like $5, okay? Or what I've had when I did it, like, find the cheese section, like literally find the cheese in the grocery store and take a picture of the entire massive 3 displays of the coolers, whatever it is. It seems super easy enough until you like go to do it and you're just like, not even, you're like the landscape, you're just like taking a picture, super obvious. And you're waiting for everyone to like leave to not be in the picture. So you're just kind of like standing around. That's what I did. And then give you $5 for it. And it can be kind of awkward because like if an associate sees you, they're like, hey, you can't take pictures. You got to leave. And then literally field agents like, oh, if that happens, just, you know, don't explain who you are. Just like leave, which is like, I think the case for a lot of secret shopper stuff, because if you think about it, who wants these pictures and who wants competitors? Competitors probably want it. If they tell you to go into Target, it's probably another retailer that wants to see how is Target, you know, in Pittsburgh setting up their displays. Can we do it any better? Blah, blah, blah. And they're just kind of using you as like the middleman. I don't know. Maybe you don't mind doing it. But the pay, it's literally like $5 for these assignments. But you can stack assignments. Like you can find 4 items, $5 each. Boom, you're making $20 for like just going in that grocery store. But I still don't love it. Let's put it at, let me reference our sheet here. Yeah, I have it at the bottom. A low C. Fiverr, I'm going to put it right by Care at the B rank. Do I want to put it above Care or not? I'm going to put it, it's like tied. Fiverr, it's a freelancing website. And I like Fiverr because if you have a skill, that's usually all it is. You can't sell like a product. These are skills. Voice acting, video editing, graphic design, animation, coaching, you know, any service, you can build a clientele on Fiverr. You can set your own price, which I like. Negative, competition, and commissions. Same thing I said with Care, same thing I'm going to say with Rover and these other set your own price side hustles. Like, why not just start your own business? You know, but here's the thing. You're getting access to a nationwide or a global customer base. I've used Fiverr for voice actors. I've used them for graphic designers, and those were international creators. I think some were in the US, but some were international. The person just made a sale to someone in Pennsylvania in the US from like Germany or wherever they were. So you're getting access to a ton of clients to see your service, but you got to stand out. So maybe price yourself a little bit lower, get some clients, get some attention, get some ratings, and then put your price to market value or where you perceive your market value to be. And there's pros and cons, right? There's always going to be people at every price level. Lower prices, you kind of expect to get what you get. You get the point there. Frayt is another LTL or kind of one of these large item deliveries. We'll put it in the B rank. Not necessarily above Dolly. I'm just kind of putting it, you know, combined with these LTL services. Gopuff. Oh my goodness. Hey folks, if you're watching right now, I appreciate you watching, appreciate you learning. I'm here to help you make money in different side hustles. Can you drop a like on this video? All I do here is help you make money in different side hustles. I started my first side hustle here in Pittsburgh in October of 2015 with Uber, with Lyft. And then since then, I've done most every single side hustle because I was sitting around and I was not making any money. I would go out, maybe spend money, or I wouldn't go out and I would make no money. So I'm like, you know what? I was working in customer service at the time. I'm like, I would kind of like to make a little bit more money. Hence, I started my first side hustle there. And make sure to take advantage of our special limited time discount using code START2024 at yourdriveformight.com. Get our starter guide bundled with our earnings tracking spreadsheet is what I recommend. All right, Gopuff. Gopuff is a side hustle that's really tanked, honestly, in 2023 into 2024. And I'm going to put it at the highest D category. So Gopuff is a convenience delivery platform. You're going to go to the mini convenience store warehouse in your market, and they're going to say, hey, you have bin A1 and A4. So you have two deliveries. So you go in there. Oh, literally, there's a bin. You pull it out. There's bags of whatever. They ordered Gatorades and some Q-tips and like Sun Chips and a Red Bull. It's the most random convenience items ever. And you just make your delivery. But then this is what we call a centrally based warehouse. You always have to come back. Your orders always start at that warehouse, nowhere else. So that order that paid $5 for 2 miles, like, oh yeah. Mike teaches $1.75 to a mile payout there. That's fine. And then you got to come back. So it's a 4 mile, in actuality, order for $5. You can get tips, but the standard payout on this is just awful. The pre-tip payout is like $3, at least here in Pittsburgh, $3.25. So you're heavily relying on customer tipping. If they don't tip, you're done. You get $3 some. And yes, they'll give you the payout when you get the request. Yes, you can decline it. Yes, they favor scheduled drivers. So some of these apps, they don't really care. But Gopuff will give preference to a scheduled shift. So, at least more orders. I don't know about better paying, but at least, more orders. You're not sitting around. If you're scheduled, they have a guaranteed pay amount. It's like nothing though. I don't know what it is. I forget. It's like $13 an hour here in Pittsburgh or something. So if you're not getting anything and you're just sitting at the warehouse, you'll get that. But you should get offers. Now, sometimes this is also a good late night side hustle. Like these warehouses might be open until 3 a.m. At least here in Pittsburgh, I believe they were open pretty late, but they just closed a warehouse here in Pittsburgh. Listen, it's like, if you want to use it as what we call a filler app to fill out your days and like to see what they give you. Oh, you know what? You can't even use it as a filler app. I just remembered. You can't. Why? You can't even go online and get requests until you're in the radius of the warehouse. That is, oh my gosh. So not only do they pay super low, but they're like, yeah, you have to come to us. You have to come here. You can't even go online until you get to that warehouse. So you have to fully commit to Gopuff. And it's Go share. I'm activated. I haven't taken a run. I'm going to put it up here with Dropoff. Fine orders. I think I've only seen a few, to be honest. Fair. I'll put it fair. And you'll see the same thing, folks, in my rankings guide, where if I haven't done it, let me show you really quickly. In the, what's the word? In respect to neutrality, sometimes, like look at this one here from Neighbor, I haven't done it. Remember, orange or peach or whatever you want to call it means I have not done it. I just want to be transparent with you. I'll say, oops, come on, there we go. I'll say, oh, come on, Apple. Platforms with no personal work experience generally have a neutral ranking, okay? Because I can't rank it any other way if I haven't done it, okay? So you'll see the same thing here today. If I haven't done it, I'll just go off of my research of the company, but generally they'll have like kind of like neutral rankings. Grubhub. Grubhub is the number 3 food delivery. Yes, the food delivery app. Number 3. As far as monthly sales per second measure, a Bloomberg company reporting. And they're not even close. They're like, I don't know what it is, like 18% market share, maybe 20s. But does that mean you should skip Grubhub? No, it doesn't. You should still use Grubhub for what? As I've talked about, a filler app. It's free to sign up. I cannot understand. I can't understand not signing up for a platform. It's free. It's free. It's not going to do anything. Might as well sign up to have the why? Because sometimes they just throw you those bomb Hail Marys, folks. Grubhub customers seem to tip well, at least anecdotally. I am one person in one market. I've done a ton of research. I've talked to thousands of workers. Just letting you know. They can throw you some crazy good, like $20 for 3 miles. And you're like, are you kidding me? Because the customer tipped like $15. So keep it, keep Grubhub. Are you going to rely on Grubhub? Is it going to keep you busy for the majority of a shift? Probably not. But again, it could be market dependent. Maybe you have a gem of a market that does really good for Grubhub. So I'm going to put Grubhub. I have it ranked pretty high on our rankings guide. I'm going to put it as a low A. And I know it doesn't quite feel like an A, maybe a high B, but it's not hurting you in the background. Listen, it's not hurting you just being online in the background, because it's literally what I do. When I go online, I just keep it online and I let it run. If I get something, great, because I'm not relying on Grubhub. More so, if anything, I'm relying on DoorDash, because that's my number 1 food delivery app when I'm out working. If DoorDash was doing that, then yeah, I'd be really hurting there. Hampr. How much? Should I say it? I'll say it. How much would it take for you to clean someone's underwear? I was going to say my underwear, but come on now. Come on. What are you talking about, dude? That's what Hampr is. You got to clean someone's dirty laundry, including underwear and, obviously just clothes. The number 1 objection I get with Hampr is like, dude, no way in heck I am touching that nasty stuff. There's going to be all kinds of stains. Okay. There's going to be stains. There's going to be like, I'm not putting like oil soaked clothes from work. I'm not putting that in my washer, and it's your washer and dryer. Like you have to use, I can't point the right way. There we go. I'm going to have to use my washer and dryer myself and then incur that, running that more. But no. So there's rules and guidelines with Hampr. Obviously no bodily fluids. No oil, no flammable materials, no paints, just the stuff that you would think about. Like it can't be like absolutely disgusting and soiled with stuff. We're talking normal wear and tear of your daily laundry. Now, there's a cost. You have to buy the laundry detergent. Hampr recommends what they want you to use. I believe you can use your own, obviously. But still, like, how often am I going to run this washer to make this worth it? Now you get paid per load. So if you're getting paid X amount of dollars, and whenever you pick up, because you have to drive there as well, so consider those commuting miles. But if I only have to drive 5 minutes, that's not that bad. I'll drive 5 minutes back and I'll do my laundry. But it's even better if they have 2 or 3 loads, because then you don't have to deliver to 2 or 3 customers. It's just one customer. I get paid 3x basically. Now, you do have to consider about the operational cost of wearing down your washer and dryer. You can only do 1 load at a time. So literally, Can you use the quick wash cycle? I believe Hampr said you could. Don't quote me on that. Check your FAQs on there. But I believe you can just use the quick wash cycle. It's like 25 minutes or whatever it is. For some reason, I don't hate Hampr because I wouldn't mind washing someone's laundry because I'm a very clean person. I try to keep the space clean. Yeah, I'm kind of weirded out about if I do get something that's nasty, but if you do get something nasty, if they go against the terms of service, you don't have to wash that. You just report it. You say like, hey, I can't wash this one because whatever it is. But still, I understand, like, you're like, I still don't want to touch someone's lawn. I completely get that. So Hampr, let's put Hampr. I had it ranked on my guide, kind of right in the middle. Yeah, it's okay. Like the pay, meh, you got to look at the pay. You got to look at the per load. You got to look at your increased utilities cost, because obviously you're going to be running this washer and dryer more. Inbox dollars down here. Surveys straight to the bottom. You know how it is. I don't got to say anymore. You're going to be doing too many surveys for not enough money. But hang with me. There's one of these that actually two of these that actually make sense. Instacart. If you don't know what Instacart is, it is shopping for a customer's grocery order and delivery. That's all it is. Sometimes you might have a delivery only. I think Shipt does more delivery only, but you're going to shop for a customer's order and then deliver. Now, there's full service shoppers where you do that. And then there's like whatever I forget what they call it, just part-time or whatever they call it, where you don't have to do everything. You might just have to pull items. You can help me out down below in the comments. I have never liked shopping gigs. Listen, I know that there's some shoppers that are the golden cart or diamond cart. That's the rewards program shoppers. Still, it comes down to the pull rates. How fast can you pull items per minute? And funny enough, that's not just me saying it. These apps measure your pull rate. Like, oh yeah, you've been pulling X amount of items per minute. Like they know it's important to shop quickly while not running around like a crazy person, right? I feel like the dollars to time ratio, how much am I getting paid and how much time is it really going to take? That's the move on shopping gigs, combined with how many items there's going to be. Because if you're paying me $15 for 2 miles, sweet. It's an excellent dollars to mile ratio, but it's dollars to time on groceries. If it's, what did I say, 15 for 2 miles or whatever, but it's 35 items, you better pull an item a minute or less, or it's going to take you 30 minutes in there. And then you still have to drive to make that delivery. Yeah, that delivery is close, but keep that in mind because, like, listen, I'm trying to give you a neutral stance here. I understand the better and better you get, the faster and faster you're going to get. You know exactly where everything's at. Like, I shop at our Whole Foods. I know where most everything's at, but I don't know where everything's at. Could slow you down. Oh, and I didn't even mention product availability issues if it's out of stock. Granted, Instacart's gotten a lot better with having preloaded customer substitutions, so you don't have to stop and talk to the customer and call and what do you want? This is out of stock. It puts a complete brakes on your shopping experience. Yeah, I just don't love it because there's so many possibilities for delays. Availability, checkout lines, navigating the grocery store I've never been in. It's still a fair side hustle. I'll still be fair though. It's a fair side hustle and kind of put it as a B rank. Lime, moving on here. Hey folks, thanks for being here. I appreciate you being here. I see you in the live chat if you're watching the replay. I appreciate you being here and sharing your thoughts here like SM Punk right here. And 619 acknowledging the electric prices. Yeah, in some states like California, you gotta take advantage of those rolling prices and do it late at night after you get the special price in there on your electric, etc. But yeah, folks, right now we got a free copy of this 2024 Side Hustle Rankings Guide. It's actually bundled with our terms and strategies guide. So that's going to give you just the terms that we use, like dollars to mile, dollars to time, any frequent terminology that we use. It'll help you understand that. It's all bundled for free right there at yourdriverfrommike.com/bundle. And I highly advise you to take advantage of our limited time discounts site-wide on anything. We have a course on YouTube. We have a course on food delivery. We have what I honestly recommend is our starter guide, 57 side hustles with every criteria basically you could think of in one place. So you don't got to hunt around on all of these websites for these companies. It's in one place and it gets updated for you. And then our earnings tracking spreadsheet. So obviously that's very important. So you can track your numbers there. But moving on to Lime. Lime scooter charging, they've moved away from their juicer platform, as they call it, like where you charge an electric scooter, in your city, like those little on-demand electric scooters. They've gotten in some hot water, like Spin, Uber-owned Spin, well, Uber owns part of the company, left Pittsburgh here, and then Lime left San Diego when I was there at the time. They may have come back at this point, but liability issues. But you would charge those at home overnight. You'd grab like as many as your vehicle can fit, basically. You get paid per scooter. You charge them overnight and you deploy them or drop them off the next day there. They've moved away from that to more of a kind of fleet management. And because of that, I kind of ranked them a little bit lower this year because I don't think the opportunities are quite going to be, let's put it at C. I'm going to put it even lower than Carvertise and Facebook Marketplace. Yeah, just because they're moving away and they've really slashed the per scooter rates. So I think most marketplaces, you may not even be able to be a juicer, but if you are, I think prices might be a little bit lower for the efforts involved. Collecting, charging, dropping off, all of that for like what, $5 a scooter, $4 a scooter, Not the best. Lyft, rideshare. Look, it's a staple. These companies, what is it, 2008 or 9 they're founded, Uber, Lyft, I'm trying to remember. But staple side hustle. Nothing wrong. Well, I shouldn't say that. I'm going to put it as a low A for Lyft because I feel like you're going to get paid more for rideshare than food delivery. Typically, that's the case. And we can see it with the bonus pay. Uber, Lyft, the companies are offering bonus pay when they might not be offering bonus pay on DoorDash, Grubhub, and Uber Eats. But the big caveats on rideshare is, of course, the passengers. The very real risk of what if. Rideshare used to be my thing. I did thousands of rides on Uber and Lyft, and I never had an issue, but I had a few passengers, that just kind of, you're like, I'm just going to look forward, be quiet, and let's just get, I'll go like a little faster than normal. Let's just get us there. But in all seriousness, though, there is a what if. There have been some awful things that have happened on rideshare, to drivers. And it's a very real risk. I mean, 99.99% of rides are going to be completely fine. And I've still done a few ride sharing shifts here and there, and I'll still do more for you, for videos. Again, make sure to subscribe here. But there's always the what if. Statistically, I understand, very, very minimal, but still, just the fact that there's still that chance kind of dissuades me from rideshare, from doing it. Otherwise I do rideshare more consistently, I feel like, but I just, you feel a lot more comfortable driving maybe food delivery or other delivery apps. But still, there's nothing really wrong with rideshare per se. Mobilads. Let me show you Mobilads. I haven't shown you one in a while. Appreciate you being here, folks. Drop a like on this video if you can. My name is Mike. I started my side hustle in 2015. And since then, have tried my best, I'll say, to help you make money in different side hustles. Simple, right? Simple. Talking to side hustlers like you, and I appreciate you being here and the kind words from Billy D and everyone. Thanks for doing this, Mike. Much appreciated. Have a lucrative 2024. You as well, Billy. So, and 100%. 100%. A lot of this stuff is market dependent. If you see your marketplace is not attractive, I just see this comment from Marco saying, hey, Lyft does not pay well, then it doesn't pay well. Okay. It's impossible to speak on exactly what's going on in every single marketplace, but this video is meant as a general, again, guide using my research because I know how things have changed. And yeah, Food delivery has already been affected, and rideshare bonuses are certainly going to be affected as well. But Mobilads, wrapping your vehicle again. Remember, the Carvertise said my contract literally was $100 a month to wrap my Passat. Now this says up to $300. But then Carvertise said, yeah, it's $100 guaranteed, and you can also make up to $300 with incentives. So I don't know if a contract would be $300 with Mobilads. Again, like I said at the beginning, I don't care who it is. Who pays me the most? I don't care if my wrap is from Rapify, my wrap is from Mobilads, or my wrap is from Carvertise. I don't care what the ad is going to be. Obviously, the companies are only going to have like appropriate ads, right? But I don't care if it's for a law firm or it's a beer or if it's for like Amazon, which is the one that I did. I advertised for Amazon. Like, I don't really care, who's paying me the most money here. Mobilads up to $300 to wrap your vehicle. Yeah, that's like a ground floor minimum. And I think that's comparable to what I made per month on Rapify. So Mobilads, I'm going to put it a little lower. Yeah, a little lower on the mid section here on the B rank, because it is super semi-passive. What other side hustle can you say like, all right, we're going to do this one thing and then we're going to pay you nonstop until the campaign ends? Like my Carvertise contract, they signed me up for $100 a month for 12 months, folks. 12 months of guaranteed passive income. Rapify was a 3-month campaign that extended into 4 months. But, excuse me, Carvertise canceled my contract before I even got it. I had an installation date with Carvertise. Literally a day after, they text me and they say, hey, what do you drive? I'm like, I literally drive in the center of Pittsburgh, like the most dense area. They're like, oh, we actually need someone that's like Natrona Heights or Penn Hills, which is like 20-ish minutes away. It's just not the city. I'm like, yeah, I don't really drive out there like consistently. Like, oh, we need someone that consistently drives in Natrona Heights. We're going to have to cancel your contract. I'm like, God, why? What are we doing? Why did you activate me if you, right? Anyway, Mobilads, very similar. Neighbor, I need even a refresher on Neighbor. It's been so long, folks. I believe this is a space rental platform. Yeah. Let's look at this together because this is niche. Neighbor, we'll do side hustle, folks. This is a storage platform like SpotHero. You'll see in a second if I can click on the right things. So Neighbor, there we go. They say, give your RV a home, your gear a home, not a storage unit, your boat a home. So yeah, it's just renting out storage space. If you have a storage space, an empty garage, whatever it is, you can rent it out. Again, it's another set your own price kind of thing. My only issue with SpotHero, Neighbor, and some of these like space, Peerspace is a little bit different. We'll get into Peerspace in a little bit. My only concern is having a stranger on your property accessing their storage unit per se. Like if it's literally someone's like, I need to store my classic, why would they trust you with a classic car? But if I need to store like whatever it is, I'm moving, I don't know the reason, but like, I just want to be sure, like, hey, are you going to be coming in here a lot? Like, do you need to access your storage unit a lot? Like, can I even ask them that? Why wouldn't they just use a storage unit? But that's Neighbor. I think it's kind of at the lower end just for, where do we put it? Yeah, mid-lower end, we'll say. Moving on to OfferUp. I'm going to put it smack right with Facebook Marketplace. I've used OfferUp. It's just selling a product. Hey, every single example, I always use the same thing. Apparently, I have these extra. Actually, I did do this. Yeah, I did this very thing because I had an extra pair of AirPods because the new ones, these third generation or whatever came out, the Pros, but then I had my other Pros, but then it was past the return date, right? Don't you hate that? So I put these on OfferUp, I believe it was. Yeah, you just sell your items. Same thing as Facebook Marketplace. Take a lot of pictures, okay? That's what I always say with Marketplace, with OfferUp. Take more pictures than you think. When I try to sell my AirPods Pros, I had the box. I don't know if you keep a box or not, but like I took a picture of the box. Basically, like visualize the unboxing experience and just take pictures of that. I opened the box, boom, layout, pictures of all the stickers, the papers with the box. I took a picture of this, the back. I took a picture of it open. I took a picture of the AirPods, just showing any damage, whatever it was. Because like people aren't going to buy your dirt bike for one picture. That's one of the biggest mistakes I see on Marketplace and OfferUp. One picture of my couch or my, like, I want to see it, dude. Like, and especially if it's fuzzy, like wipe off the lens, take your shirt, wipe down the lens, clean the lens, take a picture here, angles, take a close-up picture of any textures of the couch, any damage, obviously, different angles, maybe an item for scale. Put something on it for scale, whatever. Put it next to a basketball, whatever it is. Just for people want to see this stuff because you have to get them interested enough based on the price, the description, but mainly the pictures for them to take action and say, I'll message this person. They have to continually be interested to like get off the couch, stop their day and say, yeah, I'll meet you and I'll buy this thing. So just take enough pictures, please. So if you're just joining here, I see a question. This graph is showing us tiers, folks, from the S tier down to the lowest or the D tier. The best options are at the top, the worst are at the bottom, and they also can be ranked left to right, which means DoorDash is better than DeliverThat. Amazon Flex is better than Bungii. And these are our remaining options down below. And hope that helps you out. Let's move on. Peerspace is, I'm going to show you this one as well, because I've used Peerspace and I like it. I like it. Now, Peerspace is really positioned if you have a creative space. So if you're looking at an event space or a studio and you need more clients, you might want to look at using Peerspace. Again, there's a commission, which I don't love, but like at least it books up your calendar. If you're an event space or if you're a photographer or if you want to open it up to whatever, you can see some examples here, then you can list it on Peerspace. I've used Peerspace to film my course, Mastering Delivery. Excuse me. So I didn't want to film it in my bedroom at the time, which is where I was filming my videos. So I just rented out literally like a little studio, little film studio. Now the host, I should say they call it, the host had like studio lights. He had backdrops. He had C-clamps where you can like clamp things onto a rack so you can have different accessories, whatever. He had different couches and backdrops. So those are ways to make your space more attractive. He had a whole room for podcasting. He had like a mic with a recorder. He had lights. So then you can advertise. Like if you want to do a photo shoot, he said like, models shot in there, but then you can also be like, hey, if you want to film a podcast, I can host you as well. He had like a little mini kitchen and a bathroom. You should probably have that stuff as well for clients. But I use that space several times. And this is different than this isn't storage. This is event space, Peerspace. You get the point. So let's rank Peerspace. By the way, if you're watching live or in the replay, let me know which one of these you like, which ones you don't like, what's working for you in 2024, and maybe what you want help on. And definitely consider subscribing and dropping a like on this video. I appreciate that. So Peerspace is fine. It's I'll put it at a high C just because there is capital involved, obviously, to get this space. It's going to take a couple tens of thousands, 20,000, what I don't know, whatever it is to get the space, commercial space. But if you're a business owner, that's fine. If you're a business owner, event space owner, et cetera, then that's fine. Pickup. Let me put pickup with a related. Well, you know what? I'm going to put Pickup as a high B only because they actually got acquired by Point Pickup. So this is kind of, we can almost ignore it. You can kind of think of like Postmates. When Postmates was acquired by Uber Eats, like, yeah, they're still operating, but they're operating under Uber and Uber Eats now. It's just a last mile delivery platform. Here is Point Pickup right here. Here's Point Pickup. I want to show you Point Pickup as well. I have only had great things to say about Point Pickup. And let's see. I want to see if I can show you available markets. Do they list? I think they list available markets. Yeah. They talk about their acquisition with Pickup, October of 2023 last year. Okay. Let's show you Point Pickup. You know, I've really liked Point Pickup. It's another last mile delivery service, but I really want to see if I can see the market availability, because it's not available in all markets nationwide, but I think it's available in a good amount of markets. Anyway, if your marketplace does have Point Pickup, I really like it. Their margins have been excellent, as in the dollars to mile ratio, very good. And the only issue is getting enough orders, and you'll have that with some of these like medium, smaller opportunities. And then a few times wait times at the pickup. So the only partner that I've seen here in Pittsburgh is Giant Eagle. It's our local, a regional grocery store, Giant Eagle. So I go there and I check in. I'm like, all right, wait for the associate to bring out the stuff. And it takes a little bit longer. So you obviously don't want to waste your time there. But it's not every time. It's kind of almost like the Grubhub of grocery delivery. At least that's how we use Point Pickup here, in that they're not offering a lot of offers, but when they do offer orders for you, it can be pretty good. But, you know, it's not guaranteed. They're not all astounding pay, but it's a good maybe filler app to have. Those filler apps, we use those to fill in our days. So Point Pickup, I do like it. I'm going to put it as, I think I had it, I'm basing this off of my rankings guide that you can get for free at yourdriveformight.com/bundle. And I did rank it quite high. So I'm going to put it at a low S tier. It's a stellar filler app that, let's be real here, it's not like a full-time thing, but so far it's been a stellar filler app. It really does need to have more offers. I think they need to work on getting more partners, you know, more stores, more partners to do pickups from. But the pay has been pretty good. Of course, that's not, you know, not guaranteed. Reliable Couriers, that's another one of these kind of LTL side hustles. Excuse me, we'll put it right there with the other LTL guys. And again, you know, if I haven't done it, I have to give it kind of a neutral stance because I haven't done a ton of deep research. I've, you know, looked at the qualifications. I've looked at what they do, but I'm going to give it more neutral because I can't say either way. Respondent, right here. This is a side hustle. Well, it is a side hustle platform. This is a survey platform that's actually worth it. Finally, Respondent. You're going to take surveys and you get paid. The pay is fair. It's not cents on the dollar. It's actually like, they had a breakdown at one point. Here, can I find, let me see if I can find it for you real quick, folks. Because I think they've changed it, but I want to maybe give you an idea here. Okay, no. Now that must have been the other platform. Well, while I'm doing this, let me pull up my other platform as well. The other platform that was worth it was user testing. Here we go. It was regarding user testing. But anyway, Respondent, the pay's fair. Now, the difference here is like these tend to be actual company or university studies. These are like real researchers. This is real data collection. So you're just going to take a survey. The only problem is qualifying. You can take what they call 3 screeners a day. So, well, I should say you can qualify for 3 screeners a day. So you click on something like, hey, we need someone who does a lot of home cooking. And like, oh, that's me. You click on it and then you fill out the screener. It'll say, which one of these kitchen products do you use? KitchenAid, Cuisinarts, Calphalon, blah, blah, blah. And you click on it. And there's like 5 or so screener questions. And if you don't click on, what they're looking for, it'll say you don't qualify. Just answer the questions honestly, because you don't know what they're looking for. Or it'll say like, have you driven for we'll just say ride sharing company in the last year? You'll say, yeah. Then it'll say, which one of these platforms do you use? How many hours you drive? And then again, it'll say, great, you qualify or you don't qualify. If you qualify, then you'll take the actual full study. Now, these can be, I'm trying to remember, because Respondent and the other platform are very similar, but I believe they can be, obviously fill it out. Sometimes they can be in person, or sometimes it can just be vocal response. And I may get that confused with the other platform, but you can check it out as well. Anyway, Respondent, the pay is fair. It's just a problem of qualifying for orders, but I still like it. So I'm gonna put it below Dispatch at a high B. Roadie. Roadie is a last mile delivery service owned by UPS. That's all it is. It's a last mile delivery. Typically, it's going to be for larger items. It's not just going to be like deliver these books. It's going to be like deliver these 2 like big, not cement, but not paint cans, because paint cans are like this, like the tub, not the tub. What am I trying to say, folks? The big bin? You get it. Larger items, okay? Or even it could be like tires. It could be like wood. So you might need a larger vehicle for some of these. Now, Roadie gives you dimensions. And some of these other platforms, they give you the dimensions as well. So if it is a larger item, like someone bought this like tabletop, whatever, saw, and the massive box needs, a courier just to deliver it to the business that ordered it, etc. So they'll give you the dimensions. But Roadie, the pay is never stellar. It's never been exceptional dollars to amount ratios. The time is fine because it's just like pick it up, drop it off. Literally, that's all it is. It's going to be more Lowe's, Home Depot, stuff like that. And obviously it can be other providers as well. So Roadie, even before the acquisition from UPS, they've always said it's best as a side hustle that's headed in that direction anyway. Versus like, yeah, just take our, so I feel like that's their excuse to be like, yeah, we're not going to pay that much, but if you're headed that direction. So because of that, I'm going to put it like a low, a high C, we'll say, behind Peerspace. Not the worst, not the best. Rover, Rover, let me ask you, do you like pets? Do you like dogs? Like, yeah, Mike, I love dogs. You're telling me I can get paid to play with dogs? Yes, you can. On Rover, oh my gosh, I'm still stuck on Roadie. Rover, let me show you Rover as well. Now, obviously, just like Care, and clearly, my gosh, you need much more responsibility to do Care than caring for a dog on Rover. But you can set your own rates, which I like. You can get recurring clients, which I like. Now, I also like that there's different ways to earn. You don't have to be. They should tell us here as well. Yep, right here. You don't have to take a lot of time. You can do anything from, you can see boarding, the highest earners, care for a dog or cat. There you go, cat people. I like cats. Persian cat lovers anywhere. And then overnight for the boarding. So you get the most money, obviously, because it's a longer time commitment at your place. You can make up to 2 times more than sitters who don't offer boarding. But do you have the space? Are you allowed? Their owners are going to want to know, do you have the right equipment, toys, accessories, a setup? So invest in that. If you already have pets, that could be a positive or a negative. They could be like, I don't want my cat or dog interacting with other animals, or they don't get along, or a small breed with a large breed. I don't want that, so consider that. But dog walking, like if you like dogs, dog walking, plenty of people who are working during the day that need a dog walker. I'm working during the day. My dog's at home. Can you let them out? Can you give them food, let them out, bathroom, walk? It's going to take 30 minutes, and you charge your own rates. But consider this. I remember watching an example of a Roadie caretaker. A Roadie. Oh my gosh, folks. Rover. Can you drop a like on this video for the Roadie and Rover mix-up? Why not, right? Rover, that the caretaker wasn't charging enough. Don't be afraid to charge what you're worth to take care of someone's animal, especially if you have additional credentials. Do not charge $15 an hour. Don't charge like $20 an hour. I would charge what? For a 30-minute appointment? Maybe even $30 an hour, because someone that loves their animal, that trusts you, especially if you have credentials and training, it's not, out of the realm of possibility, but judge your market. Maybe you don't get clients at 30, but then maybe you do get clients at 25, because you have to drive there. You have to let the pet out and they have to drive back home. So consider, I know that the owner doesn't care that you have to drive there, but consider that. And then et cetera. You can see, doggy daycare, house sitting. You can do the drop-in visits as well. So I believe the drop-ins are if you don't need to walk them, but you just need to drop in, take them out to the bathroom, check their food and water, leave. 15 minutes or so. I kind of like Rover now that I think about it. I don't know if that's something that I would do just because I'm not an expert. I'm not an animal expert of what happens if the animal's aggressive, if I'm on a walk or trying to manage, this and that. I could certainly do it, but just make sure you're prepared. Maybe do some research, especially if you don't know, certain breeds and whatnot. But with that, Rover, let's put at, yeah. You know what? Behind care, because I think you can charge maybe more for care, which is child care, but both have recurring clients, which I like. And again, check commission rates before you think about starting your own business. But, you can certainly look at starting your own business as well. Shipped. I'm going to put Shipped right with Instacart because it's another grocery shopping platform. You know the deal. Pull rates, item counts, item availability issues, navigating grocery stores you're not familiar with. Yes, you're going to get better and better the more you do. I get that. But dollars to mile can be good, but dollars to time, same kind of thing. Just watch that. Skillz. Oh, funny enough, we ask about Skillz. Would you like to get paid? Right down here. There's Skillz. Would you like to get paid to play video games on your phone? You can do that on your lunch break. You can do that during your non-breaks. Just kidding. Don't do that. You're distracted at work. You can do that if you're, I think actually, and again, look at our starter guide, yourdrivermight.com/starter guide. Use code START2024. Get a discount because all of this is listed with more details of like actually how to qualify, benefits, pros and cons. It links out to my videos as well if there's applicable videos. It's all in one place. It's great. Terms of service, all of that. I've done Skillz. And my point though was some of these you don't even have to be 18. You can do this as a younger worker as well. But some of these you have to be 21 as well, plus. So that's why that starter guide is beneficial. Listen, I've done Skillz. I played the video games. It's like bingo. I think there was archery. I think there was bowling. And you play against other real people. And you play matches that reward a certain dollar amount. You enter a $10 match. You'll pay your $10. If you win, you get the $10. Is that gambling? Skillz says no. And on their website, they have they have support documents, like not, I'm saying there. They have like FAQs, I should say, that explain why it's not gambling. And I get it because it's skill based. That's why. Like that's the rub. It's skill based. That's why it's not gambling. Oh, I know. That was a lot of the comment section of when I highlighted Skillz, because my experience was, it is skill based. Okay. Skillz. I'm not denying that, but like a lot of the times I felt like I just broke even. I won some, I won like $20 matches, but then I'd lose. And, so like you're literally playing with people of maybe the exact same skill. So if you're playing with equal opponents every single time, then you're going to probably win 50% of the time anyway. So you're not even going to make any money. You're just going to waste your time spinning in circles trying to win money from Skillz. That's my opinion. But Skillz, based on my rankings guide, yeah, that's what I thought. It's pretty much right at the bottom. I did not enjoy Skillz. I get what they're trying to do, but yeah, I think you're going to waste your time doing that. SpotHero, folks, if you want to rent out your driveway, can I park in your driveway, please? And like, I understand if you're in the suburbs, no one's going to rent your parking space. There's infinite places to park. But if you're in downtown LA or Miami or New York, if you're in New York, you might want to look at SpotHero if you have a parking spot that you're allowed to rent out. But you can set your own price. SpotHero is not going to work unless you're in the city, because who's going to pay for a parking spot? But what you can do is, if you're in a tourist area or a city, someone might certainly pay there if you're close to the stadium and parking's insane. The event parking's $80 or $50. You're like, yeah, I'll rent it for $25. Boom, booked. And they just park there for the event and they leave. Stuff like that. You could use SpotHero. I rank SpotHero. Again, folks, this is my opinion, going from the top to the S down to the lowest tier, the D. They're also ranked left to right as well. This isn't my complete comprehensive list, though. You can get my updated list for 2024 for free at yourdrivermight.com/bundle. And I will keep saying it. This is just my opinion. There's scoring criteria on this sheet as well, going over how I'm actually scoring this in more depth. But I just want you to use this as one of your resources. This is me having worked and researched on these companies since 2015, full-time and part-time as well. Anyway, SpotHero, where do we have that? There it is. Yeah, I had it pretty low. I had it, I think, even a little higher in the midsection. I'm going to bump it even lower, right around Neighbor, because Neighbor was the same thing, if you remember, like storage space. Oh, Stickr. So Stickr is a new entrance into your Driver Mike team portfolio in 2024, late 2023. So all you have to do is, I'm going to give you a sticker, put it on your vehicle. It's transparent. You can see through it, right? Put it on the back windshield and you drive. I'm not going to wrap your entire vehicle, dude. It's a sticker. Okay. Maybe 1.5 foot by 2 foot. And that's it. And I'll pay you for it. It sounds pretty easy, but it's going to cost you $10 a month. I know it costs you money. You have to pay $10 a month for this sticker, but then you're going to get that money back and then some. Okay. Sounds pretty attractive. Now, in reality, the money that you get back and then some, yeah, they give you the money back, your investment of $10, but they give you $2, $5 for keeping this thing on for the entire month. And you have to keep it on because you can't take that thing off. You're going to damage it if you take it off. And then you have to send verification pictures at the start of every month with the code word of the month. This month's code word is soda. So you write the word soda on a piece of paper, put it next to the picture, your vehicle with the sticker on it. You send that to Stickr to verify it's still on there. If you miss the deadline, which is by the 2nd of the month, by I don't know what it was, noon or whatever it is, then you don't get paid for the entire last month. So you better be responsible. But again, they're going to pay you $5 or $4. It's not even worth it. And then don't quote me on this. I'm trying to remember what support said. You know what? I should just dig in my email real quick here, because I want to tell you what they told me. They said, because I canceled, I don't want to take too much time on this. Okay, but I canceled and they told me, I don't know why it's not in my sticker folder, folks, but it's around here somewhere. Anyway, yeah, they told me that they're discontinuing the reimbursement, I feel like, So you won't get the $10 back. You'll just get the extra funds. Oh no. Yeah. I'm pretty sure they said you're no longer getting the $10 back, but you're getting a little bit of extra funds and then gift cards. The gift cards were not gift cards. They were coupons. Can I show you this real quick? There it is. Here we go. Is that what I wanted to show you, folks? Oh, I wanted to show you the actual coupon. We'll show you this. Why not? So this is what you actually get. Well, it's not to scale, but whatever. Oh, boy. You get these gift cards, but it's not a gift card. It's a coupon. So basically what they'll say is you have to spend $75 at this restaurant and you get $25 off. That's not a gift card. It's a coupon. In addition to the abysmal pay. I mean, I'm going to put it right at the bottom. If not the worst, close to the worst. Survey Junkie, you know the deal. It's a survey platform. It goes right at the bottom. The same with Swagbucks. These are all survey platforms. You're going to do too many surveys. You're not going to get enough money for it. It's not going to be worth it. I have done them all. Sweatcoin. Let me show you Sweatcoin. You know why? Because at some point, I'd say 3 years ago or 4 years ago, I swear that Sweatcoin was being advertised like everywhere. I don't know when, I can't remember, but it seems like I don't know when it was, but people were advertising Sweatcoin all over the place. You get paid to walk. So, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Here we go. So yeah, you'll get points called Sweatcoin that you can redeem for gift cards. I want to see their actual breakdown of I want more details than this. Anyway, you get the point. So I did Sweatcoin, and it's just like Coin App. You know, Coin App where you verify your location data and they give you points. Or the survey platforms where you do, it seems like any side hustle where you do the work and you get points, they give you like next to nothing. It's not worth it. Like, look, I understand you can have this running in the background. The same with Coin. I kind of like Coin a little bit better, but it's very close. You have it running in the background. You get some Sweatcoin, but I did the math, and like the Sweatcoin that I was getting, I would have to walk an impossible, I should say, like an impossible amount, or something would have to change, or I'd have to get referral points, because you can get points from referrals. I had a referral link in that video because I want to see, okay, what's the difference between referrals and walking, and is that actually going to get you enough points? Like, that's like the only way to get enough to actually make it make sense and not get a gift card and not get like a $10 gift card after like a year and a half of walking. That's basically what it feels like. It's like, dude, you're gonna have to walk for like a year and a half to get a $10 gift card. That's kind of what those are like. It's kind of crazy. Okay, so Sweatcoin is at the bottom as well. Hey folks, I see you in here. At the end of this video, we're gonna do an exclusive Q&A just for you. If you're watching on the replay or live, make sure to drop a like in this video. So moving on. So we got TaskRabbit here. You know, TaskRabbit is one of those things where you can say, I'm going to put it right with the other ones that you set your own pricing. You can say, I'll assemble your IKEA furniture, or I'll help you move, or like, dude, what do you want me to do? I am your helper. I am your task person, and I'll do like literally, you can put personal errands. I'll do that for $30 an hour. I will help you with whatever it is. For like cleaning, you can say cleaning, $30 an hour, $25 an hour. So it's good. You can build recurring clients. It's just fine. You know, I feel like with some of these apps where you have to set your own price, it rewards those that grind, that have good customer service and possible sales skills to continue that relationship with recurring buys. Nothing wrong with that. And nextly is TranscribeMe. And this is also a new entrant. I may have talked about this last year, but I did not include it on the list last year. So TranscribeMe is excellent if you don't even need to speak a different language. You just have to transcribe. So this isn't the same as translate. So to transcribe something is literally if you're listening to me and you're typing what I'm saying. So you're listening to something and you're just typing what they're saying. That's transcribing something. Now, you can certainly transcribe and translate something. You can do both. You can transcribe while you're translating into a different language. So look here. Well, here's the price. I want to see what the pay is for our transcribers. Let's see if we can find that together. Oh, here it is. Become a freelancer. Okay. What do they say? Starting at $15 to $22 per audio hour. So again, that's all you're going to do. You're just going to listen to something and then type it out. Now, they measure you based on accuracy. Like you have to have a certain amount of accuracy of, typing mistakes and just make sure you're transcribing the right words. Average of $250 per month. But then you can also you can see here, $60 to $70 plus in special teams per hour. And you know what? I did see that you might have to watch out for this. As 619 says, it's getting taken over by AI. See, this is why we consistently watch these side hustles. Because I'll tell you, look, you can still do this, okay? There's right here, you can still do this. But like if we go to their website, scrolling down here at the bottom, I did see right here. Oh, come on website. AI training, database, data sets right down here. So certainly right here, but hey, it's still available. So this might be a good side hustle if you want an at-home side hustle. There's plenty of people that don't want to use their vehicle and they want an at-home side hustle or overnights. Like I don't want to drive rideshare food delivery overnight for a lot of different reasons. You can look at something like this. You just listen and you type $15 to $22 an hour. It's not bad. But we'll see how long it's around for, right? With the prevalence and growth of AI. So TranscribeMe, pretty decent. I'll put it kind of in the B level. That's okay. It's pretty good. Turo, renting your personal vehicle for business. I tried Turo several times. I had at least 3 customers. I think maybe 4 total customers. And I rented out my 2015 Volkswagen Passat to a complete stranger. You can set your own price, which is fantastic. But we talk about the dollars to mile ratio. How much am I getting paid for the miles driven? So if I'm getting paid, let's say $200 for 2 days, okay, $100 a day. Sweet. I hope they don't drive a lot of miles. So my payout per mile is good because obviously it costs money to operate the vehicle. Like, I hope they don't drive a lot. Well, on Turo, at least the last time I checked, your customers can drive a maximum cap of 200 miles a day that cannot be lowered. So that's their cap, but it's 200 miles a day. And you can't lower that. Like they're allowed to drive up to 200 miles, I should say. Now you can go higher than that as like an attractive thing you can put for your listing. And people do that, but like, really? You want to cap them at 500 miles a day? And you think like, who's going to drive across state line? How far are they going? Well, I'm trying to remember. Oh yeah. Turo doesn't tell you where they drove. I don't think they did if I'm remembering my trip history, but they'll tell you how far they drove. And like my customers drove some of them a long distance. I'm really curious. I'm trying to remember if they did show me where they drove. I don't think so. But like the mileage was a lot. It's not worth it unless you have some kind of high margin vehicle. Like I'm talking like $80,000 plus vehicle where you can charge $300 a day. Because then 300, typically you're not going to drive like the Lambo or the Mercedes or a BMW, like whatever, XM or the Model S Plaid, like 500 miles, 200 miles. Some of those vehicles work best in a tourist area. They're not renting the Lambo to go on a road trip in the Lambo. They're renting it to like have a fun time and look cool and go out downtown, park it in the valet. You know, that's when it might make sense that the margin is a lot higher. Oh, thank you for paying me $300 a day and you drove it for 50 miles. Thank you for that margin. But then insurance, risk, and capital. Bro, I don't have the capital to buy a Lambo, you know? So regular vehicles that you can charge like $100 a day or $80 a day, I don't see the value in it. I don't see the appeal at all. Unless you want to use the mileage simply as a deduction and you're using it as like some cash flow, but I don't think the margin is going to be there. So Turo is, I'm going to put it right above the seller options on the D level. Uber, rideshare. You know, excuse me. Based on my sheet, I have it S tier. I'm going to put it above point pickup because there's certainly more requests. I'm going to put it above DeliverThat too. Now, here's the thing. I know it's contentious. I understand. You're like, how is Uber rideshare that high? Because we've talked about Lyft is a little bit lower. Yeah, Uber is certainly better than Lyft. Why? More ridership. And at least anecdotally, and I've been following this stuff for years. Uber, I was in San Diego. I saw the same thing here in Pittsburgh. Uber has kept strong their ride sharing bonuses, the bonus pay, versus Uber Eats has fallen off a cliff, at least anecdotally. There's no surge pay on Uber Eats. There's surge pay on Uber rideshare. There's no boost pay scheduled. This is scheduled this because surge isn't scheduled. Boost scheduled pay, nothing on Uber Eats. It's there on per trip bonuses for boost plus pay on rideshare. 100%. There's still the same risk of the what ifs on rideshare, but generally you're going to make more money on rideshare. I don't care. I still don't do a lot of rideshare. You know, Uber or Lyft are good, but I still don't personally do a lot of rideshare because I just like the freedom and the comfort to do what I want and to relax when I'm driving. But you're going to get consistent runs. Look, when I say it's S tier, it's not. Listen to this. It is not 2015 S tier. It is not a multiplier anymore. It is not $30 rides for 10-minute rides for 2 miles. Now, also consider this. Since I don't do a lot of ride share, their algorithm might say, let's give this dude a lot of bonuses for ride share. So this is why you want to do your own research. Because if you're in LA, New York, Miami, I guarantee you're saying like, dude, it's not that great. Why? Because it's a mature market with a lot of drivers, tons of drivers, and probably a good equilibrium of supply and demand. Here in Pittsburgh, like, yeah, there's a good amount of drivers, but like, it's not like we have a trillion drivers. It's a fair amount of drivers. Miami, New York, LA, these marketplaces are at saturation or maybe even a little above saturation with more drivers, just because that's how the marketplace is. So when I say it's good, it's good, but take it with a grain of salt. Like I'd say the same thing I said with DoorDash. It's not like, oh my gosh, this is the best thing ever. I'm going to get rich off of Uber and DoorDash. Like, no. But if we're comparing side hustles compared to other side hustles, it's strong generally. Uber Eats, food delivery. Look, it's good. I'll put it at S tier, but I'm going to even put it below DeliverThat Because like, yeah, you'll get a lot of requests on Uber Eats. But again, just speaking anecdotally, I've seen like no bonus pay on Uber Eats. I mean, it really digs into the attractiveness of the side hustle for me. Because if you have no bonus pay, what are you left with? It's just company base pay. And the company base pay is never going to make you a lot of money. You can rely on customer tips, but you know customer tips aren't guaranteed. I feel like I do decent here in Pittsburgh. I feel like Pittsburgh is a good tipping market. 90% of my orders at least leave some kind of tip. And my average tip is in like the low $4 range. But still, a $4 tip plus a $2 company base pay is still a $6 order. So then you better have short mileage for that to make sense. And then I tell you my minimum cash flow for you is $7. Like the minimum order I want you to take is $7. Dollars to mile should be $1.75. So I see Uber Eats, it's just like, it's never good enough. But I still use it as a filler app because sometimes I get those $15 tips. My recent shift, actually, I got $15 tips. I got like a $20 tip in app I'm talking about, which boosts the overall attractiveness when I get the order request. Upwork. So let's look at this one as well. This is another freelancing. Not to be confused with the defunct WeWork. Yeah, it's another freelancing website. This is one I haven't even looked at in some time. Because of that, again, kind of a neutral ranking there with our other freelancing sites like Fiverr. Hey, if you can find a customer base, if you can find recurring, you know what? Even if you can cross sell on these platforms, if they let you, check their terms of service. If I can list my services for graphic design or whatever it is on Upwork and Fiverr, I can like double dip. Again, if their TOS allows that, then you can do that as well. User testing, I'm going to put it right with Respondent. This is the other survey platform that's actually worth it. Now, this one I can actually show you an example. Here you go. So here's the pay breakdown of what it used to be on user testing. Because they've changed this. I don't think they list this anymore. This is from, I think, maybe late 2021, maybe early 2022. But this gives you an idea, okay? So the pay is fair on user testing. While if they don't have this on their site anymore, it's going to be very comparable. So you can see $30 for 30 minutes. That's fair. $60, 60 minutes, $60 an hour. That's fair. You see live conversation test. So again, some of these survey platforms, you just have to talk. So a lot of them, you can just like give verbal feedback. Like no one's watching you. No one's listening. Like they'll see that on the back end, but like live when you're taking it, no one's on the camera with you. But sometimes they do want to record your face. So it'll ask you like, hey, this one requires face recording. This one requires just audio recording. Because, it's like, what do they call it? Product studies. Well, they just want to see your reaction. So they're going to say, hey, we're going to show you a website. Try to find the betting section for this casino. So they'll watch you. You're like, I'm having a tough time finding it, right? But anyway, they can also do interviews. So again, it's company studies and whatnot, product development studies. So they may just want to talk to you on the phone. Maybe it's a Skype call. I've actually done one of those. I did a video call. I can't remember if it was user testing or Respondent, but it's super like casual though. The woman had her camera on, but then mine was off at the time. And I asked her, I was like, oh, I can turn my camera on if you want. And she's like, oh, no, it doesn't matter. And then she turned hers off and, it doesn't matter. Sometimes they want to see your reactions just, for the study and sometimes not. But anyway, the pay is pretty good. That is user testing. VHO, another LTL delivery service. We'll put that with the other LTL carriers. Vrbo, yeah, I'm going to put it right next to, I'm going to put it right next to Airbnb. Vrbo, it's another short-term rental platform. Increased restrictions and regulations on short-term rentals can really leave you in a hole if you've invested like $100K 200K on an income property, and you can no longer use it for short-term rentals. I still think if you have the capital, I still like long-term rentals. I'm still interested in getting into an income property and long-term rentals, just like your standard tenant, right? You sign them to usually a 12-month, some states you might be able to do a monthly or maybe a 6-month deal there. But Vrbo's tough just because of the increased regulations. And again, a discerning customer base that's like, dude, why am I renting your place when I could just get a hotel? I can get better amenities and there's no cleaning fees. That's not quite the case on Vrbo versus Airbnb, but moving on. Hey folks, drop a like on this video. You can get a free copy of this rankings, all 57 in more detail on yourdrivermite.com/bundle. And for a limited time, save on the entire site at yourdrivermite.com. Use code START2024. Highly recommend our starter guide, and then also get our earnings tracking spreadsheet. That spreadsheet is updated for 2024. Moving on to Walmart Spark. All right, Walmart Spark. I first welcome in, folks, by the way. Hello, hello. Hello, hello, everyone. When I first started Walmart Spark, it's Walmart's in-house last mile delivery service. Just contracting out independent contractors, okay? So you're going to deliver either grocery or GM, general merchandise, customer orders. There's curbside, where I get my requests and then I just have to go to the Walmart pickup spots, parking spot, and the associates come out, load it into your vehicle, and you deliver. Super easy. That's like point pickup. Super easy. I don't got to shop for anything. Now they also have shop and deliver. You know what that is? It's just like it sounds. I shop, I go into the Walmart, I shop, I check out, and then I deliver. So talking about curbside first, Walmart has had challenges with wait times at the pickup locations of you park, you indicate in the app what spot I'm in, and then you just wait. You're like, guys, it's 5 minutes. Okay. It's 15 minutes. It's 35 minutes. I've been sitting here waiting. And you can call, you can do whatever. You're still going to be waiting there sometimes. It's gotten so bad that Walmart has indicated in the app, they're saying, hey, we've heard your feedback and we're making improvements to the pickup process. They didn't say they heard my feedback, but there must have been plenty of other Spark drivers that are like, dude, I'm sitting here waiting. Can you imagine? Oh, and by the way, this is another side hustle like Gopuff that has a centrally based warehouse. I say that because it's not just the one Walmart. You can go to any Walmarts, you can go to any Sam's, or you can go to any other participating location. Like we have Advanced Auto Parts here in Pittsburgh. So it's not like the one warehouse like Gopuff, but it's still just those providers. Like the Walmarts, it's basically one Walmart in your area. Where's the closest one? 15 minutes away? 20 minutes? So it kind of is one location. Like I always come back to the same Walmart, and you have to come back. That's my point. That's the problem. You have to come back to the Walmart or the Sam's or the other location to get your next request because it's from the Walmart. So again, the $15 run for 3 miles, 4 miles, great. It's actually 8 miles because you got to come back the 4 miles after you finish the delivery. Now to curb that, I say use Walmart Spark as a filler app. Fill your day and your shift with that. Because if you're near the Walmart, then go online. You don't have to be, by the way, within a certain radius. They favor you if you're closer to the hot spots, closer to the stores and whatnot, but you don't have to be. If you're in the general area, working DoorDash or Uber or whatever, you can go online. If you get a good request, then you can take it. Then you can just do whatever you want after that. So next is the shop and deliver. I've been saying that Walmart Spark has probably the best shopping experience as far as the app. Like they all give you pictures. DoorDash shopping gives you pictures. Instacart shipped, they all give you pictures of what it looks like. They give you the description, but Spark gives you the aisle number. So aisle 27, boom, sweet. And then they say it's section 4. So you know how the racks, so like there's like racks, and at the top of the rack, there's a little sticker. Like it looks like a price sticker, but it'll say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, all the way down the aisle. So like, oh, like section 5. So, excuse me. And I'll look for the tag for section 5, and then it's module 24. So there's tag number 5 down aisle 27, and then I look on the actual stickers of the products. There's module 24. That's a product that I want. It makes the shopping process seamless. Now, obviously, you have to deal with out-of-stock items. They have a good process in place for item substitutions. That's fine, but it continues at the checkout process. I don't want to have to scan every single item the way that I have to do for Shipt, Instacart, and DoorDash. Grocery runs. If that's changed, let me know on Instacart and Shipt or DoorDash. But with Spark, I just have to scan the QR code, and it says, oh yeah, like it attaches it to your profile. Oh yeah, you're that accounts. Yep, yeah, you're good to go. Maybe an associate will come over, just verify a couple items, scan it. You do have to bag it yourself, but take a couple minutes there and bag it. But then that's it. Still, like Spark's okay. Time invested. Some people like shopping better than others. Like, I don't love shopping gigs, but it's okay. We'll put it at a high. Yeah, certainly I think it's better than these guys, the Shipt and Instacart. I'm going to put it above that. Maybe a little higher even. Yeah, Spark's okay. It's okay. Our last two, folks, Rapify. Wrapping your vehicle with an ad and getting paid there. Let me see if I can get you an example here real quick. I've done Rapify. I did it for 3 months. It carried over to 4 months just because I'm pretty sure they didn't give me an uninstall date. So I'm like guys, when are we taking this thing off? I'm going to give you a few examples here. Let's give you this example first of how you're paid. So as long as you drive anywhere in your market, so they'll send you this. Like once you get a campaign, Rapify, wrap your vehicle, you get activated. They'll send you something like this. They'll say, yeah, you just drive anywhere in the blue zone in your marketplace, you'll get the pay. But if you drive in the red zone, you get a 1.5x multiplier, at least in this example. Now you can see there's mileage caps. Now I did Rapify, I think maybe in 2021. So, it's probably going to vary based on, your campaign, but, the pay was, it was okay. I actually should give you the most recent numbers here. Let me give you the most recent numbers for Rapify, because this one I do want to show you, because with these wrap apps is a very visual thing here. So let me show you this. And let me know in the live chat in the comment section, how much would it take for you to wrap your vehicle? Now, actually, we need to click on the driver section right here. Here's how much you can make. So we'll start out with the smallest wrap right here. This is called the light wrap. Or I guess now they're calling it the 180 wrap, 100-degree wrap of your vehicle. $181 to $280 a month. Okay, there's our example. There's what it looks like, the side doors. This is what I had done to my Passat. We did the side doors, they did the back window. There's your pay. 270 wrap, $196 to $280 per month. Check it out. So now we have the back rear panel going down into the bumper here as well. The back door, not just the window. Just the window on this one. And then 360, obviously the whole vehicle, $264 to $452 per month. Like, listen, I've always said this with car wrapping. If you're going to pay me more to wrap my whole vehicle, if you're going to wrap it anyway, dude, just wrap the whole thing. I don't care. Like, if you're going to do this, look, if you're going to do this, you might as well just do this. I don't care. I mean, it's the same thing basically at this point. Now, that's going to depend on the availability. Okay. You have no choice. It just depends on what's available. So what I imagine Rapify is doing is going to these clients and just charging based on coverage. So they may say like, oh yeah, Monday.com, this one's going to cost you guys $1,000 a month. This one costs you $1,500. This one costs you $2,000 a month or whatever it is, you know? So that's probably why they pay you accordingly. And if a company doesn't want to pay for the 360, that's probably why you're only seeing the 180 and the 270. But you know, it's super semi-passive. I didn't hate it. Yes, you're a rolling billboard. So if you don't want the attention, think about every place you're going to go with that thing on your vehicle. But if you're driving for gig stuff anyway, or if you don't care where you're going, you know, it's not the worst thing out there. So with Rapify, this was actually one of our biggest drops this year. They actually dropped, looking at my guide, 21 spots this year, down from like quite high to number 30, at least in my opinion. That's just my opinion here. So I'm going to put them around. Where's our other wraps? Here's Mobilads right here. Carvertise is down here. I'm going to put Rapify a little higher than Mobilads because I believe Rapify is the biggest provider of those three. And I've done it. It was seamless. My overall pay was like, I think, actually I can find that for you, but my overall pay was modest. It was not a lot of money, but again, it was very semi-passive. So I got, I got $301. Excuse me. $301.69. Let me do the math on this. Let me come back here to you right now. Okay, $301.69 divided by, am I doing this right? 1,412 miles. So I got 21 cents a mile, and I got, we'll do 301 divided by 4 months, because I believe I did have it on for 4 months. $75 a month. Now, granted, it was supposed to be 3 months. So technically, let's do 3 months. It's $100 a month. But it's based on how much you drive. Remember, it's based on this, you know, and if you're driving the max amount of miles a day, you know, to have that thing in your vehicle. Lastly, YouTube. So, you know, I've done YouTube since 2017. I'm going to keep this brief, but I have always said I really like monetizing on socials. I will tell you this, that it takes an astounding level of work to do YouTube right. It's not just like, hello, here's a video. I'm talking about the best headphones for 2024. These are, you know, like, you cannot just push record and have no idea what you're doing and have really impressive success. You can have some success, you'll get some views and some subscribers, but to do YouTube right, you really have to understand, frankly, and this is, you know, hey, I'll mention I have a course on YouTube. It's Mastering YouTube. I just lowered the price a bit on that, but it's not a cheap course. It's not meant to be because it's 7 hours, 50 plus modules, over 1,300 videos that I've done on YouTube with 7 years of experience, 6 plus years of experience on YouTube. It is branding, it is thumbnail, it is video recording settings, video editing, it is pacing, it is capturing attention and keeping attention, it is a hook at the beginning of the video, it is transitioning the end of your video to another video, it is how to use your description in your videos to better yourself, your business, your channel. It is understanding analytics. YouTube gives you almost endless analytics on your channel. It is color design, like I mentioned, designing your thumbnails. It's almost infinite. And it's just you learning all of that. Like, folks, I taught myself video editing from nothing. I taught myself filming, camera settings, and composition with filming, everything. But I feel like socials at large is a fantastic lead generator for another business. Like, I'll tell you, this channel doing 650 to 800,000 views a month. Thank you. Obviously, you can be like, oh, that's not that big compared to other channels. Like, there's different levels. But like, again, like I talked about earlier with TikTok, if you convert 1% to 4% into a business product, course, or service, it's an excellent lead generator combined with the money that YouTube's going to pay you. Now, if you're just going for money, if you're trying to build a channel just for money, I'll tell you what, it is going to leak through all day. Your audience is going to be able to tell. They can tell the BS. They can tell that you're just trying to milk this stuff for money, and it's not going to work. Okay. That's why I've said the story of like, I worked in sales for a couple of years and I couldn't sell anything. I was bombing in sales because I'm force selling. And I even told my manager that. I was like, how do I know that this is the best product when I haven't used our competitors? I haven't researched our competitors. Like, I have our sales scripts and our, facts and features, but like, how do I know in good conscience this is the best product for our prospective client? Like, I don't. I'm just trying to force sell to make my quota. And like, hey, there's people that sell from true value and they truly have done the research, but like a lot of the times I feel like it's just force selling. And that's why I don't force sell to you. I've done the research. I know what you're looking for. And that's why I've developed products that answer the questions that I pretty much guarantee you have, because I've been there trying to look for a side hustle. Having said that, hey, I do YouTube. I am lucky enough, and I'll say maybe I've been rewarded for the hard work and learning over the years to do this now full time for 3+ years, 6 years in total. I still feel like it's an S tier. It's a kind of a beast in its own. This is so monetizing on socials. It's different, than just an app-based work. So I completely get that. It's not easy. Can it be automated? Yeah. Am I a fan of that? No, not really. So what I need you to do is put your questions down below on any of these side hustles, any questions that you have, concerns, what's worked for you, what hasn't worked for you, and let me see if I can help you out, and maybe anyone else in our community if they can help you out as well. Consider subscribing. Again, all I do is help you make money in different side hustles. I got a video recommended for you right here, as well as my newest video. Would love to have you a part of the team here. A lot coming in 2024.